So we finished the Gospel of John, and I hope that study encouraged you to know for sure that Jesus is the Son of God, and that by believing in Him, we might enjoy life in His name. And then last week, Pastor Oakwood showed us from 1 John chapter 3 that knowing Jesus is the Son of God should transform us, because when we come to see who Jesus is, we see His incredible love for us. Beholding His love cannot leave us unchanged. Well, this week, I want to consider the important role that the Holy Spirit plays in our transformation. The Gospel of John talks about the coming of the Holy Spirit more than any other gospel. And even though John talks about it more than any other gospel, he doesn't actually record the coming of the Holy Spirit. We don't read about that until Acts chapter 2. So for our sermon this week, we're going to be sketching the disciples before the Holy Spirit came and after the Holy Spirit came. What we will find is they are totally different. We don't have time to unpack all the advantages of the coming Holy Spirit and His indwelling presence with us, but we will look at two advantages. The first advantage is that our fear is transformed into courage. This couldn't be more clear with the disciples of Jesus. What happened to them can happen to us because of the promised indwelling Spirit in our lives. The second advantage is our confusion is transformed into clarity. We saw through the Gospel of John that the disciples were often confused and didn't understand what Jesus was telling them. They're even confused when they see the empty tomb on the third day. But after the coming of the Holy Spirit, they aren't confused. They have absolute clarity on who Jesus is, why He came, and what their mission is until Christ returns. That kind of clarity can be ours as well. The launching text for this sermon is really just one short verse from John. John 16:7, where He tells His disciples, "It is to your advantage that I go away. For if I do not go away, the Helper will not come to you. But if I go, I will send Him to you." That's what I hope that we understand more clearly. The gift of the Holy Spirit and that we really understand the advantages of that to us. The disciples' transformation helps us see what the power of the Spirit in our lives might also do for us. So I hope to see you this Sunday.